We've all felt it, haven't we?
Mm.
That moment when you kind of sigh and say 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Mm.
It usually feels like hitting a wall, right? Like stagnation.
Yeah.
Just spinning your wheels.
Yeah, definitely a sense of frustration there.
But what if? What if that feeling, that whole 2 steps back idea, isn't actually stagnation? What if our sources show it's something else entirely?
Something deliberate, even.
Exactly. Maybe a vital process for really mastering something. So today, in this deep dive, we want to completely reframe that thought, connected to what some experts call deliberate practice.
Precisely. And we're not just talking about, random failure. It's about looking at how really high achievers use those apparent backward steps.
Okay.
This deliberate practice, this engagement with difficulty actually builds resilience. It builds real expertise. It turns setbacks into, preparation. Hidden prep work almost.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit.
Yeah.
Think about Michael Jordan. Greatest basketball player for many people.
Iconic.
He had that famous quote, something like, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots, lost almost 300 games, 26 times trusted with the game-winning shot and missed." He basically says, "I failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed."
Such a powerful statement.
It really is.
Yeah.
So when he talks about missing thousands of shots, not just in games, but like in practice too,
Yeah.
how did those failures actually help him? How is that not just hindering progress? What was really going on in those 2 steps back?
That's the key, isn't it? The mindset shift. Each one of those missed shots wasn't just, a miss on the scoreboard. It was data.
Data.
Yeah, a data point. Through deliberate practice, he used those errors. They gave him crucial feedback, information,
Okay.
which led to tiny adjustments, subtle shifts, a deeper feel for his mechanics, the court dynamics, handling pressure, all that repeated effort, analyzing the miss, tweaking the technique, rebuilding, that was the real groundwork.
So the foundation was built on the misses.
Absolutely. That's where the championships came from.
Yep.
Built on that foundation of, failure and adjustment.
And it's not just basketball, is it? Let's shift gears. Think about, say, Tiger Woods, especially early in his golf career.
Another great example.
You can just picture it, right? The confusion sometimes, the frustration, countless swings where the ball just doesn't go where he wants, shots going wild, putts just lipping out.
Oh, for sure. The classic hooks and slices.
Right. So it seems kind of counterintuitive, doesn't it? To say a missed shot or a hooked drive isn't really a setback. How did a young Tiger or anyone really achieving at that level turn that feeling of, I don't get why that happened, into an actual advantage?
Well, for someone like Tiger, not understanding why he missed wasn't seen as a roadblock. Not really.
Okay, so what was it then?
It was more like an invitation to dig deeper, to analyze, get feedback, maybe from coaches, maybe from video, and then, of course, practice more. But practice differently, smarter.
So those 2 steps back, the missed shots, they were actually moments course correction.
Exactly. Self-correction, deliberately figuring out what wasn't working, unlearning bad habits, sometimes maybe inefficient ones you didn't even know you had, and then patiently rebuilding, building a more solid, reliable form.
So it's conscious effort.
That's the key. These backward-seeming steps were essential groundwork because they were conscious efforts to improve, to refine. That's how he built that dominance.
Okay, so putting it together, you see the 1 step forward. That's the breakthrough, the visible win, the good shot.
Right, the thing everyone notices.
But what happens if you don't have the 2 steps back?
Yeah.
Without all that kind of messy, deliberate work behind the scenes?
Well, often that initial step forward just stops. You hit a plateau.
Oh, okay.
Because without the really diligent practice, the honest self-assessment, that willingness to almost take things apart and put them back together better, you don't build the foundation for the next step forward.
Right.
It's this cycle, this iteration of trial and error. You push, you fail, you retreat slightly to analyze and reinforce the basics, then push again. That's where the real mastery comes from.
And that is deliberate practice.
That is deliberate practice. The focus isn't just on repetition, it's on getting better. And, it takes a certain humility.
How's that?
Well, you have to admit you're not perfect, right? Acknowledge the flaws. It takes patience to just keep going, repeating, refining, and resilience, definitely resilience, to handle the frustration that inevitably comes with it.
Yeah.
It really is the messy, often unglamorous work that happens when no one's watching, but that's what success is built on.
So the big takeaway here, the core insight, seems pretty clear then. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Isn't some annoying detour from the path to success.
No, not at all.
It is the path, the actual path.
Exactly. And maybe a final thought for you, the listener. Think about how embracing this loop, this cycle of trying, getting feedback, adjusting, doesn't just build your skill in, say, golf or basketball or whatever you do.
Hmm.
It also profoundly shapes your character. It teaches you huge lessons about perseverance, about adaptability. True progress, as our deep dive suggests, it's almost never a straight line. It's always, always earned, profoundly earned. And it comes from having the courage to embrace the setback, to see it not as an end, but as part of the process.